Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've been talking an awful lot about oil, both usage, production, and so forth, all the pipelines, everything over the last couple days here on this channel. And the news broke yesterday that our Alzheimer-in-chief is going to release 15 million barrels worth of oil to help combat the OPEC countries' decisions to produce less oil, like Saudi Arabia. So here we are, already dipping into our nearing record low oil reserve, and we're dipping into it more and more. And he's also saying that there could possibly be more to come. So we've already dipped like 180 million barrels in, and here's 15 more, and they're about to do more. And all the naysayers, he's just trying to combat the gas prices. No, because y'all keep going at this shit and y'all don't want to hear it. But with the audio that was released, it's very clear the whole point is just to keep the gas prices down until after the election. It is what it is. But there's the slew of boneheads. Of course, I found this on Twitter, this article, and there's the slew of boneheads saying, I don't see what the issue is. This is what reserves are for. And another one, this is what oil reserves are for. And when you go through the comments and you see the people ganging up on her going, this is absolutely not what the oil reserves are for, they come back with things like this. In typical nonsensical liberal fashion, they just spout out things without actually doing the research, doing their homework, and they just make shit up to try and prove their points. Like they say stuff like this, where the Strategic Oil Reserve website specifically says that this scenario is what the oil reserves are for. Well, is it? Glad you asked. Because I went to their website, since she directed us directly there to their website. I went to the website to check and see if that's what the reserve website says the oil's for. What did we find out? Guys are on a roll. The website very specifically says that the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, or the SPR, was designed solely for the purpose of reducing the impact of the disruption of the supply of petroleum. That's it. That's all it says. So in typical fashion, they read that and they took whatever they wanted, twisted it, tried to manipulate it to fit their point without even actually proving it. So all that says is, if there is a scenario in which our supply of petroleum is disrupted, it is there for emergency so we can fulfill our obligations. Trying to keep gas prices low is not a disruption. It is not an emergency. That's what the reserves are. They're emergencies. So a prime example of what the SPR would be used for is if, say, we went to war with a country tomorrow that controlled all of our oil supply, and they cut us off completely, and we have no access to oil. That is where the emergency reserve is for. That's what it's for. Not, just because. Just because things are getting a little tight and gas prices are going up and we want to give a little bit of relief. You wouldn't have to give the relief if you would stop doing the things that are causing the gas prices to go up. And an interesting little side note, the SPR oil can be sold if the president determines that the circumstances require emergency sale of the oil, as long as it falls within the parameters that's as set forth by the SPR rules and agreements and outlines. So, interesting little tidbit. But in summary, we're releasing 15 million more barrels for no other reason than to keep the gas prices down and try to be full steam ahead before the election. That's it. Here we are again. We keep talking about this, but here we are. And stop creating problems while trying to solve the problems that you created in the first place. We are in a vicious cycle of Biden and his administration create a problem. They don't know what to do. They figure out a plan. The plan is to create a new problem to solve the old problem. And now the problem's here, and it's a vicious cycle. Vicious cycle. creating new problems to solve the old problems that were fine before the mean tweet guy left office.